The views, comments, and opinions of the following program do not necessarily reflect those of Morris Media Studios, MorrisMediaLive.com, or its affiliates. Listener discretion is advised.
Poetic beats. Poetic beats.
When you see me, you can see it. California, California. When you see me, you can see it. California, California.
California beaches, California breezes, California bitches, our California needs. Sun up, sun down, all smiles, no frowns. Cali life is like a circus, minus the clowns. I keep the top down, swag stays turning. There's so much heat, the week get burned. Every day is the right day.
So essentially, you told me to look this way so you could turn my music down. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I'm your host, L. Toomer, and I'm here another week. Yeah. Trying to figure out, trying to love my fellow man, trying to stop being the misanthropic motherfucker that I am. I'm tired of hating all human beings. Can't stand none of you motherfuckers. White, black, national, I don't give a fuck what the women, I can't stand none of you motherfuckers. It's just one of them days that I'm trying to just get by and try to make sense of why I'm even here. I realize I'm here and I know why I'm here. I used to ask that dumbass question. You ever hear people just like there's a reason for you being there, asking, that dumbass question, why am I here? Trying to find that question. Why am I here? What is this all about? And I'm about to realize that the only reason I'm here, is because my mom and daddy got together and fucked each other. That's the only motherfucking reason I'm here. And there's nothing else to figure out. Oh, God. People talk about how great life is, man. How wonderful it is. It's okay for a minute. I'm telling you, I can't speak for anybody else, but I guess it's because I'm about to turn 50 and I done did pretty much everything that I wanted to do, and all I can do now is keep doing it over and over again. Mike Tyson had a saying when they asked him now, because that motherfucker lost over $500 million, and they asked him, it's like, Mike, what is it that you want? Is like, I don't know what I want. I know I don't want what the fuck I used to have. So whatever it is, it has to be something brand new. I don't want nothing I've ever had before. I don't either. I don't want a lot of shit that I've already had. As a human being, man, it's like, God damn, it takes so much to get to being able to live a constitution of your own. Somebody told me about a story, was it you, about a woman actually got them fucking buried a brand new baby, buried it. 2 days later, she finally told somebody she felt guilty about what she'd done. And they went and goddamn fucking dug the kid up 2 days later, and an unborn baby was still goddamn living. That's some other shit. And then should y'all bear with me because, I'm going through shit. I'm trying to figure out whether life is, is it worth living, people, after you get young. From you go from being young. Because I really think God made a fucking mistake by goddamn making us go to being old. It should have been like Benjamin Button's, where a baby comes out of the motherfucking womb, just a old 150-year-old motherfucker. And then as he grows up, he grows into youth. You understand? That's the thing about life. When you get older, nigga, that young-looking thing about you, it starts to dissipate. Because you're 98.6 degrees. You ain't nothing but a goddamn constant cooking furnace, motherfucker. You are constantly cooking. They told you it's 98 degrees outside. That's a hot ass day. So our body temperature inside is 98.6 degrees. You can't go up 9 degrees higher than that, motherfucker. Your ass is gone. You're dead. If you go up to 108, 109 degrees, your body will destroy it, motherfucking self. And you can't go too far the other way. Now, as y'all can see, I'm on one, and I should, because this goddamn fire out here in Los Angeles, that shit there's some unusual shit. I'm not used to brush fires being in November, and I damn sure ain't used to all the goddamn fucking smoke just choking out every area of Los Angeles. I mean, this shit has got them really fucked with my sinuses, and I'm 3 hours away from it. Mm-hmm. I mean, what's going on with this type of bullshit? Now, we're going to find out what's going on. First of all, I had to get that out. Sometimes I'm not feeling well, and I come up here. I want y'all to know I'm legally crazy, so don't fuck with me, because if I kill you, all they're going to do is send me to a mental institution. I'll never get no time. I'm crazy. So sometimes I'll come out here and just crack up and say what I want to say. And then I'll call my friends to bail me out. And let me introduce them right now. On my far left, I have a good friend of mine. Has his own show up here at Morris Media. What's it called?
On Purpose Politics.
On Purpose Politics. He's the host of it. And he's I'm privileged to have him here. He started out coming up here with me, and I'm glad every time he's up here. Mr. Eric Clark, how you doing?
Hey, Toomer. Thank you for inviting me in on the show again today. Yeah. Welcome to On Purpose. Welcome to. Wow.
There you go. Nigga, just promote you. On Purpose Politics.
On Purpose Politics. But anyway.
Next to him, I have my man Howard Coleman.
Hello. How you doing?
The ladies gonna love him. Okay. One of them Eddie Kane looking ass nigga. Smooth young genius.
Yes, sir.
Who's a social media consultant.
Yes,
and I'm happy to have up in here. How you doing, man?
I'm all right, sir. I'm happy to be down in, Toomer's town.
Good. And then next to these goons, we have the lovely Miss Alexis Bradby, comedian, up and coming, 22 years old, who is already on her way to being one of the greatest motherfuckers who ever done it. I mean, as far as working and everything, I already told you, all you gotta do is keep doing what you're doing. Don't get distracted, and you're going to be there. Alexis Bradby. Now, ladies and gentlemen, the first stop, Rock, I want you to break down, because I want to talk about some politics tonight. I know you good on doing that. I want to ask you what's going on with the elections, man. Why hasn't this stuff been, decided on what's really going on and what took it so long?
Well, first, shout out to my co-host, David Harper, who's on his way to the East Coast. Yeah. Unfortunately, his dear dad passed away. So I'd like to offer my condolences to David, the rest of his family, and have a safe trip, and we'll see you when you get back. But my condolences on behalf of myself and our entire family around here. So, right. David, we miss you. Our condolences. We'll see you when you get back. Welcome to Toomerstown.
Thank you.
Let me answer your question. The midterm elections were a choice between which way America was headed. Right. Donald Trump went out there on the stump for particular Republicans. And he also stated that when you vote for these Republicans, you're actually voting for myself, Donald Trump, as he said. Mm-hmm. President Obama, former President Obama, he actually went out on the stump and he supported, for example, Andrew Gillum in Florida, also Stacey Abrams in Georgia, and it's still they're having a final count and runoff right now. Okay. Keep our fingers crossed on those two wonderful candidates. So there's a clear choice on where America is headed, right, as far as policies, as far as politicians. There was a blue wave. You will hear something opposed to that on Fox News and different things like that because they downplay it. There has been a blue wave. The Democrats did take over the House of Representatives. However, the Republicans kept control of the Senate. So, we're still keeping our eyes on everything. Right. But like I said, there's been a choice of what are we going to deal with the Trump, that crowd, which was about bigotry, going back to the 50s and the 60s, pre-civil rights, and things like that. Are we going to move forward with inclusivity?
Yeah, what's taking so long with this particular, I mean, man, I don't remember it ever taking over a week for them to decide who goddamn won what.
Great question. In the state of Georgia, it's well known, as we said on as my buddy, my friend David Harper and I expressed on Midterm Madness. Her opponent, he just recused himself, but he was the Secretary of State for Georgia, so he was in charge of counting the votes. He was in charge of the whole entire election process. Okay. So because it was, for lack of a better, just tied, he had to recuse himself. But he already purged 53,000 votes just recently.
Okay.
And even more over the last couple of years with his so-called job. So
yeah.
So that's the big picture. That's the big picture as far as nationally regarding politics and how all this affects the African American community.
Well, a lot of people got them, like I say, when it comes to this, man. I mean, like I said, feelings are just out there all everywhere. But Trump really, I don't know how Trump can really hurt anybody's feelings. Man, there's nothing they can tell me Trump said or did now that will hurt my goddamn feelings. But people got hurt about, during last week, a couple of black reporters out on the line was asking him questions, and he just disrespected them. Told him to sit down and shut up. Your question is dumb. That's racist. Sit down and shut up. And a lot of people saw that as disrespectful. But as far as what I know about Trump, man, there's nothing. I mean, I don't know what it is about my people that continue to get hurt. There's nothing, as Chris Rock said this, there's nothing you can tell me that a white person did that would really got them take me by surprise now or hurt my feelings. Nothing at all. So, Alexis, I want to ask you about that. I mean, did you see that?
I didn't.
Okay, well, essentially what it was after the elections, they was asking Trump or something about, along the lines about why everything is tangled up and why haven't everything, the votes been counted up. And this one female black reporter got up and asked him about his nationalism, which he claimed, nationalism. And she asked him about racism. What he tried to say was, it's an ignorant question. You're calling me a Klansman. I'm talking about nationalism as America, which still makes you like a Klansman. So when the sister asked him that, blew it off and told her to sit down and shut up. Had you been that reporter, how would you handle that?
I just think that's, as the president, I just think there's some things you shouldn't say, and probably shut up is one of them, especially not to a group of people. It's just a bad look for him.
Yeah.
I'm sure as a reporter, she's probably dealt with, crazier people, but I just think because of the office he holds, that's probably why it's getting such a news story from it.
Yeah, as a president, that's for sure. They're definitely going to make more out of that. But, yeah, why are people still upset about what goes on when it's what how can you allow your feelings still to be hurt by the same motherfucker over and over again? I guess that's what I'm asking. And with him, I ain't gonna sit up here and say with Trump, I kind of like the motherfucker, man, to a degree, because he don't give a fuck about what he say to nobody and dare you to say something about it. That's the only thing I like about him. I can't be mad at this man for goddamn. a racist. That's what people want to keep saying. He's a racist. Okay, he's a racist. Who give a fuck? Whoever thought none of all of them are? So why are you surprised by that? But Trump is a motherfucker, man. I done heard him calling Clinton a pedophile. I done heard Donald Trump insult any motherfucker he felt like goddamn fucking insulting and just stuck his chin out. You got to respect the motherfucker like that. Now, I don't know how far he's going to make it, but you got to respect, as I've always said, man, Donald Trump is like, he's poor white people's Malcolm X. I mean, for all those white people, you know, feel like they've been, broke white people feel like they niggas from the 60s. And he's like they Malcolm X that is goddamn fucking uprising and, you know, and broke white people are dangerous when they get mad, dude. I'm telling you. They don't march around insane. Beg you to stop doing shit. We go shoot up clubs in Thousand Oaks. They go shoot up synagogues. They go to black churches and shoot up shit. When them motherfuckers get mad and upset, motherfucker, you better get the fuck out around them. For real. Now, my next subject is test tube babies. Because there's a lot of crazy people in the world, folks, and I'm just trying to, you know, has anybody taken account of where all the test tube babies? First one was done in 1978. But there's no trace of the oldest one should be like 40 now. Where are all the test tube babies? Where are all the motherfuckers who grew up where your selfish ass mama went to a sperm bank and chose sperm based on a man's education and what he had in his bank account? Where are all the kids that were born that way? I don't hear anybody talking about that. And there's a lot of crazy people in the world. And I'm just trying to find out where the test tube babies at. Where the sperm bank babies at. Have you ever heard anybody stand up and say, I'm a test tube baby? My mama bought sperm from somebody because the lying-ass bitch that did that still lied to the kid. She brought her father around. Said that was his father, stepfather, what. I bet ain't no woman that ever did that shit. Ain't no selfish bitch that ever went to a sperm bank. I bet she ain't never told her goddamn child, I went to a sperm bank and bought you. But it's a lot of weird motherfuckers in the world, man, and maybe this is part of the cloning. For a woman to go to a sperm bank and buy frozen sperm, who knows what has been goddamn accumulated and what's been done in this shit. Let me ask my panel something about this. Starting with you, Alexis. What do you think about, I mean, because you know women can do that, and would you ever do that? And I want to ask you as a woman, as a young woman, do you think it's for a woman to just selfishly say, I can do everything. I got my own job. I don't need no man. I got my own money. And if I want to go buy somebody's sperm and have a baby, I can do that. Do you think that's cool?
Yes.
Okay,
yeah, I think so because, I mean, they probably, I don't know, maybe they would have that conversation later in life. But, and also, I'm sure sometimes maybe, like, if the man has problems with his stuff, maybe, like, she might have a husband, but he just can't reproduce, and maybe that's why. In some instances, not all of them.
Right, okay, I got you on that. So
maybe for them it's different, but, like, if a woman wants to, I feel like that's probably, like, one of the few times where a woman, like, wants to get pregnant. Because a lot of times I feel like people don't want to, it just kind of happens. So I think that she'd probably be the best mom because she set out to have this child versus someone who, like, accidentally just gets knocked up.
Yeah, I feel you on that. That's the key, accidentally get knocked up. That's another thing, people. We have to plan these kids. And I'm just saying, and the planning is all part of this because a woman that did do this, she did plan to go to a sperm bank. She planned to cut a check for that. But I'm talking about us randomly getting together and just fucking somebody and don't realize that you hate this motherfucker till you got a kid. Mm-hmm. We got to start doing a better job than that, man. What do you think about that, Mr. Coleman?
Man, I think that's the truth. If I ain't never heard the truth, you understand me? I won't tell the truth about it.
Yeah, because too many of us do that, man, and in the days times, there's no excuse for a motherfucker just having a kid accidentally. And women, y'all, first of all, it starts with y'all. You ain't got no business starting off with no motherfucker. Any motherfucker. And this is the key here. If you just first meet a goddamn woman and woman too, if both of you motherfuckers the first time around, one of y'all don't stop raw dicking going now from then, the first time, who do you blame? Because first of all, what woman are you just going to meet, motherfucker? You just starting out. I don't know what this motherfucker is. I'm just going to stick mine in there knowing I can blow it up. You knowing you can have your pussy blown up and also have a kid. We cannot start out, goddamn, bringing kids in the world from frivolous fucking. Getting fucked in the backseat of the car. Fucked at the club, in the back, in a bathroom or something. People bring children here in very ungoddamn fucking conducive matters. I'm just saying, you can't bring them here just fucking at the moment. That's all I'm saying. Right?
The nouns, verbs, opinion, subject matter do not reflect my chain of thought and on purpose politics. Let's get that out of the way.
Right, yeah.
Now, people have been told to stay in their lane. I'm such a fantastic listener. Let me veer off to the left. Let me get in this lane. I am out of here like last year on this one, so I'll go ahead and let the panel represent this. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
No.
Okay.
I was waiting for the disclaimer. You understand?
Disclaimer.
Yeah, there we go. All right. So, sex like art. Some people feel like that. You know what I mean? Like, how artists just walk into the room with a canvas, is a naked canvas, and you just throw paint at it, and then you end up with a work of art. Sometimes that's how some of these babies that got half the factor people in this world came into the world very artistically, and so you got to give credit where credit is due. Sometimes it happened, but it happened, and I'm gonna leave it at that.
Well, I understand that. Ms. Bradley, you have anything to add to that?
I saw something. It's funny that we brought this up. I saw something on Twitter the other day where it was talking about like all of the. Like, every baby is, like, it's all on the man because, like, women, there's only, like, a small window where we could get pregnant, but men, like, y'all can impregnate somebody several times a day, every day of the week. Yeah, so it's, like, it's really on men to change their act and make sure you wrap it up and...
No, it ain't.
Yes, it is.
No, it ain't. Let me explain something to you.
It's always a nigga.
It is...
It's always a nigga. No matter what.
It is up to y'all to put more of a value on what a man has to do to be able to do that to y'all.
It's okay, but it's about men. I feel like men always get this double standard of like women need to like value themselves, but men are allowed to just be these dogs, and that's just how it's supposed to be.
You understand that? You know anything about the way lions mate?
No.
Okay.
They don't do shit.
Let me give you an idea of this, and that young man that came in, I hope he don't get mad at me about this, but when you look at the way some other animals, and I'm just going to give you the lion kinship as an example, do you know every lion, before he can fuck a lion, has got to fight 4 or 5 motherfuckers each and every time?
No. I didn't know.
That's the way lions make. There has to be a battle royal. And even the motherfucker that wins, he got to hop on the pussy right then. And the bitch will run on off to somebody else. So it's up to you on what type of value you put on your mateship and bringing a child through here. Because I know if I had to fight 4 or 5 niggas every time I fucked, I'd be very goddamn careful and precise about when I did it. Y'all don't require a nigga to have nothing but a few dollars and a car and a house and a bunch of other bullshit. But when is the last time you made 4 or 5 motherfuckers fight before they fucked you? That's the all women out here, not just you. Wow. When have you made a motherfucker just earn it like that? And you find out who the real motherfucker is, because every motherfucker ain't going to be out there trying to fight the fuck every night. Well, I can buy you a drink or whatever you need. That's easy. Make me have to fight before I fuck you, and then you get what you're looking for. That's all I'm saying about that. So, young lady, I'll talk to you like I talk to my damn daughter. That's exactly, if you bring a man, boys. I'm hard on the women that I've raised. I ain't got no kids, but I'm hard on the women I've raised because I'm gonna raise them to keep them, keep them away from motherfuckers like the dudes that I know.
Like you are.
Women that I've
Like
raised.
you are. Like you.
They're normally pretty hard and educated, and they know how to choose a good man. Hello.
Hello?
Hello?
Hey, Brother Toomer, how's it going?
Hey, what's going on, Kev?
Nothing. I was just catching the show. I was in a meeting, but I was listening. But first of all, I'm going to agree with my Mr. friend, Mr. Eric.
Yeah.
I'm a pass on the womb talk myself. Hey, Eric, as they say in Texas, you got to know when to hold them and when to fold them.
Yeah.
I'm going to hold them on that one. But I was listening to the show, and Toomer, you made some good points, if I can allow to comment for a second.
All right.
First and foremost, with the history of America, I'm with you, Toom. Why is anybody black surprised about anything?
For real.
You got
man.
a point there. You can respond to it, react to it, but there shouldn't be no element of surprise.
Right. After you done got past them calling you a nigger, what else could really hurt you? I mean, if a white person still, I guess, at this age that I'm at, and I'd be fit. I mean, if a white person can still hurt you calling you a nigga, you got to check your emotions, man.
Man, that kind of behavior is so common. Like my mama used to say, sometimes black people can be a bad imitation of white people, okay?
Ooh, yeah.
Everything we do is learned behavior. We didn't come up with none of this shit originally.
That's what I'm trying to tell you. We second in command behind these devils. Everything we call them, we are because we imitate everything they do.
Yeah. But moving to the next subject, in the terms of your man Trump, I won't even say President Trump, I'll just say your man Trump, talking that nationalist BS. That's that usual dog whistle politics that we talked about. It's like that coded language to his constituents, his base, whatever you want to call them. Yeah. That's his way of constantly telling him that I'm one of you.
Right.
So they identify with him, but he would never relate to them on an economic scale. So he gives them what I call the inclusion illusion, talking that Billy Bob nonsense and about nationalists. But he could give a shit less about them. He just finds them useful.
Yeah.
And that's so far with the way he talks. Yeah. He's very emotionally immature. So in terms of those news reporters, whatever, the most lazily intellectual thing you can do is when somebody says something to you, is turn around and say it right back to them. He might as well just say, well, you're a poopy head because you called me a poopy head. He might as well go back to the 3rd grade or something.
He does strike you as an old Richie Rich type motherfucker, man. I said, go ahead, Kel.
But the thing I can say about Trump, the way to disarm him is not to be emotionally reactive to him. Because people like that who really don't have much of an intellect, the only thing they can do to feel empowered is to get a negative reaction from people. And, he's narcissist, he's an attention whore, so any kind of attention will do, whether it's good attention or bad attention, as long as it's attention that he's getting. And that's the thing about him. But
yeah, he is like that. Did you see that somebody recently put that clip out like 30 years ago, and this motherfucker was saying, I think it was back in 1989, he'll say anything that he feels like he has to say at the moment to get attention. This motherfucker was saying back then that at the point that the educated black man is the most valued black man there is. I wish I could be an educated black man. Donald Trump said this.
Yeah, exactly.
Like,
motherfucker,
you damn mind.
Yeah, he's the kind that plays on semantics. He reminds me of how Pat Buchanan was in the 80s and 90s. He would be there 1 minute standing in front of a Confederate flag, and the next minute he's holding up a little black baby, kissing it in front of a crowd. So he's kind of like a walking contradiction.
Yeah, man.
So the thing about Trump, I see him more of a sideshow than I do a president. But the thing about it, people like that with decision-making power and low emotional maturity, you got to really put them in check. But you know what's going to be calmer moving ahead, and you heard it here first, is when Sister Maxine Waters gets to start subpoenaing these records and checking taxes. Everything he said about her, no IQ and all that, that's just going to come back to haunt him, believe me. And you heard it here first, but watch how it transpires.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I just wanted to comment, man, and you guys are doing a great job. And
thanks, man.
I hope to jump in there eventually with you fellows, man.
Looking forward to that, man, for sure.
All right. Take care. Take care, Brother Eric, and the rest of the guests.
All right, Kev. Thank you for calling into Toomerstown.
Yeah.
Take care.
All righty then. So that's Dr. Kevin Harris, who always calls in and has some insightful, right on point, where you can just relate to it about any subject that we talk about. But this guy, man, President of the United States, but I don't see him being any different than any other president I've ever seen in my life. I mean, I don't even vote. I mean, you see that nowadays. That's what I want to get them. Let's go there. But, because nowadays, it ain't so much as goddamn white people calling you nigga or something, man. It's some shit your own people say to you. And I want to know, how do y'all feel about it, man? Is it worse to be called nigger by a white person or to be called coon or Uncle Tom by your own people?
Okay. How long have you been in California?
It's off and on about 30 years.
Okay, well, in the early 1990s and before that, if you got caught with any type of marijuana, you were going to state prison. Okay? Now, because of the people we voted into office, because of legislation, because of the laws that were passed in the state of California, Colorado, other states like that, you won't go to prison. It's legal. It's for medicinal purposes. Right. So all that has to do with voting. It has to do with laws. So if you smoke, if you feel like that's something when you do anyone else, and you feel like voting is not important, someone needs to slap that blunt or however you twist it up, or what you call those that light up at the end. You push them. However you participate, whatever the methodology is, go right ahead. But had you not have these politicians that understand that this should not be criminal, this should not be something that people are taken away from their families for.
Right.
Yeah. So that what is that a direct? You think that just fell out of the sky? What you think happened? It was just a movie came on? Would you think somebody rubbed a genie? No, people voted in politicians that supported laws that decriminalize marijuana in the state of California. Also, one more thing. Like I just said, and also peace again to my dear brother, David Harper. Like we both mentioned on Midterm Madness, those who feel voting is not important, ask a lot of those young black men that were sentenced to life sentences on the East Coast, Michigan, and other states for getting caught with crack cocaine and the same amount of weight that was you were caught with by having powder, which was equivalent. But okay, sidebar real fast. Back then, a lot of the whites were doing powder, a lot of the blacks were doing crack. The same amount you get caught with the crack, life sentence. Same amount of powder you get caught, slap on the wrist, 2, 3, 4, 5 years.
I understand that.
So President Obama, before he left, a lot of brothers were released. Now, had President Obama not been elected by the majority of the population of the United States, those brothers would still be writing letters, walking laps. They would not be taking their children to school. When their parents get old and pass on, they would not be able to attend their funerals. You tell these people that voting does not count.
Okay, well, how much did these
talk to me? I'll talk back.
How much did these motherfuckers get when they got out? All the motherfuckers he had released and did 20 and 30 years.
The last time I checked, you cannot put a price on freedom. Freedom is priceless.
I'm 60 years old and you had me locked up 30 years. You better.
That's like reparations. They can never pay us what they owe us. You cannot put a price on freedom.
Yes, you can. Yes, you can. I ain't got there. That's on. And you let me locked up in this motherfucker unjustly, and you come out and tell me, goddammit, that y'all wrongly put me in here for 40 years. You better have something for me. You gonna set me, you done robbed me of all my best motherfucking years. Like, you go, we're sorry, we know you didn't do it, and just set me free and not give me shit. Fuck that.
Well, I agree. They should get
Yeah, I got
monetary
double jeopardy
compensation.
working with me, yeah.
They should get paid. They should get paid. That was unjustifiable, like the Central Park Five.
Yeah, you can say that.
And I'm not.
When it comes to that, because they passed a law down there in Florida that passed right where because before if you had or a felon or something, you couldn't even vote or anything.
That was Prop 4 in the state of Florida, and it passed to say that prior to Prop 4, it's like California. If you were a convicted felon, you were unable to exercise your right to vote.
Yeah.
Now in Florida, that kept approximately between 1 and 1.3 million people from voting. Primarily black men, primarily black women. And the Republicans, they look at it like, well, they won't vote for us. They're going to vote for a Democrat. So that's why those laws are passed, and that's why they have been enacted. But thanks to the voters of the great state of Florida, they made sure that law was
They
passed.
always fucking, well, they got that through there, and I wonder how come that's one of the only things that that they passed through. Florida has been known to goddamn fuck up a lot of shit. It did it back fucking with Bush and Al Gore. Down there, them motherfuckers, there's always some fucking trickeration going on down there with Florida. But I still don't understand, man. In all my years of goddamn seeing elections and voting, I ain't never seen no shit that took over a week. That before you could decide who won, who's the governor or whatever. I've never seen that before. That's where we are today. So, ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna take a little break right here on Toomer's Town, and we'll be right back with Miss Alexis, my man Howard Coleman, and Eric Clark. We'll be right back.
Poetic beats.
Bitches, I California need it. Sun up, sun down, all smiles, no frowns. Cali life is like a circus, minus the clowns. I keep the top down, swag stay turning. There's so much heat, the week get burned. Every day is the right day. In Cali, I do it my way. Kush keep it highway. Sunset on Friday, promenade Saturday, Sunday to Beverly. Fuck the forecast, we know what the weather be. Post on the strip, showing off the whip. Real nigga love from the Bloods and the Crips. Cali, from the valley to the beaches to the flatland. Cali on my plate, I'm like a big old fat man. The desert is dessert, grapevine growing perp. All play, no work, I got my boy about to surf.
When you see me, you can see it. California, California. When you see me, you can see it. California.
I'm off that Cali Kush, blowing in that Cali breeze. I love life like my niece, Cali dream. Palm trees and beaches, sunsets and clubs, VIPs, bad bitches, hoes and things. Throw up the West, represent your city and your state. Compton, California, shout out to Big Face. We on a Cali tip, let's take a Cali trip. LA to the Bay, that's that Cali shit. Banging Dr. Dre on the way, that's that Cali shit. Bumping Snoop Dogg every day, that's that Cali shit. DJ Quick in my shit, that's that Cali shit. I'm a Cali chick, look to the valley chick. Back to the hood, I was satin on my Cali shit. Queen of the West Side, BFLY, CALI, that's what I be on. Cali is my home, and home is where the heart is.
When you see me, you can see it. California, California. When you see me, you can see it. take two to tango. Not with the sweet shit, that's just more for me. Oh yeah.
Look, Kush lit riding up Wilmington 100 ENT, nigga ball like Wimbledon. So California had to pull the Impala out. Ask baby mama favorite rapper that she all about. Same nigga that these hoes can't get $1 out. Still bag a bad bitch when I'm out and about. California living fast and I'm loving it. Toss a few stacks for the fuck of it. Beats.
When you see me, you can see it. California, yeah. California, yeah. When you see me, you can see it. California, 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 California.
Well, and we're back. Yeah, I had a weak bladder. Should have to pee a lot, so I have to take breaks every now and then, go to the bathroom and do what I have to do. So we're back here. We're gonna lighten up the mood a little bit early and get back to heavy shit later, fellas. Let me get into this, dive right into the sports thing. As far as you familiar with Draymond and KD, got them cussing each other out now? Tell us what you know about that, Harold?
Oh man, he called him a bitch. You know what it is.
He called him a bitch.
He's a bitch. he called it like he said.
Man, see, motherfuckers don't understand. I mean, women, y'all, they say don't call women a bitch. But dude, a man calling another man a bitch, that's way more flagrant. And Draymond got a history of doing that. He called LeBron one. He gonna get fucked up soon. And I believe KD was about to do that.
Yeah.
You can't just goddamn fucking get your emotions because you was raised by a single mother, nigga, and call a goddamn another nigga a bitch anytime you get ready.
That nigga was bitching.
Bitching by telling him to give him the ball.
What I'm saying? Called it like he was
By telling him to give him the ball.
Yeah,
I mean, it would have been one thing, Draymond, if you'd have goddamn ignored this motherfucker and went down there and hit the game-winning shot. Nigga,
Right.
You went down there and fucked up.
It happened.
We lost because of you.
It happened.
So, what you think about that, Ms. Braxby? First of all, the word, I know y'all, it rubs y'all the wrong way when y'all hear the B word. But as far as another man calling another man that's way more flagrant.
Yeah, I guess guys probably get offended by that, but I definitely think that he should have passed him the ball. So I don't know, I don't know why he was so mad. That was the truth. He should have done it.
Absolutely.
I think he should have just taken the critique and be like, you were right, I messed up, and that could have been the end. But instead, he lost $100,000. That's on him.
Yeah, he did do that, but I guess Draymond was like, fuck you. We was winning before you came here.
Well, Howard, who do you think that? Okay, let's go ahead. Let's get to 1 + 1 is 2.
Right.
Who do you? It's all on the line.
James.
We're not talking about. We're not talking about checkers. We're talking about chess. Okay, if the management of the Golden State Warriors had to make a choice because they never wanted to speak again, et cetera, was going to affect the flow of the chemistry going into the playoffs if they can get the three-peat, whatever. Who do you get rid of? Draymond Green or Kevin Durant?
Draymond Green.
That's why they suspended him. They suspended him because he called a bitch 2 years. He called the coach a bitch 2 years ago, and they didn't suspend him for that. You call Kevin Durant a bitch?
And also, we would be remiss not to mention Kevin Durant's response. I saw something where they actually did. They had a lip reading, a lip reading ceremony where they read his lips, and he said something to the effect, "That's why I'm out of here anyway." That's something to the fact that you can look it up yourself, but the bottom line, the point was, that's why I'm out of here anyway, because, and then after that, they went into the locker room, and that's why he was suspended. I guess Draymond Green carried it on and kept it going. So.
Yeah, he did that, man, but shit still, as far as KD Hill, I wouldn't blame people. Like, why would you leave, man? He went there to get rings, but you ain't forgot these little hot-based niggas. When he was in Oklahoma City, they was whooping his ass. So, yeah, I'll win a couple of rings with y'all, and I'm going somewhere, and I'm coming back and beating y'all ass. So I can see Durant leaving. But for Draymond, I mean, I guess you can't be mad at it because Draymond obviously speaking like, nigga, I know you leaving.
The reason why none of that matters is because the greatest player who's playing right now, today, that needs to have a statue in front of the Staples Center, who's hands down the best two-way player, averaging 27, 7, and 7 in his career, who averaged 40, 10, and 10, who had a chase down block in Game 7 of the NBA Finals.
Put a cape on him.
The king himself put a cape. Don't take the cape off. It's already on. These haters are trying to take it off. LeBron James and the Lakers, because of LeBron James, the Lakers will win the championship, not next year. Not last, this year.
I ain't going with all that.
So what is going on in Golden State is irrelevant as long as God has put on the planet
basketball, eating, LeBron James for lunch, breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
First of all,
NBA,
this motherfucker does not deserve a goddamn statue out in front of Staples Center.
Mr. Nike tennis shoe, I'm the man.
I'm not giving him that. I'll give him everything else, but he don't deserve no statue.
The Lakers gave him everything for him to show up to the show.
If they put some motherfuckers around him, they gonna win. Durant, that's probably what Durant is probably gonna end up here. That's why goddamn your boy going off
we
like
can use
that.
I'll take it. I don't even care about the Lakers. Really, I'm
but
gonna
you, when it comes to LeBron and Kobe, who do you choose?
It's LeBron James, man. Kobe's no longer a basketball player. He's a monitor like us.
Who had a better career?
Who's had a better career, past tense, or who's currently the league's finest?
Who ranks higher in NBA history?
LeBron James. The numbers don't lie. You can now look. You might start counting rings and all that. Those numbers count too. But the numbers that exist behind those numbers count just as much. And so numbers say LeBron James is a much better basketball player than Kobe.
I don't prove the greatest. The way I prove who the GOAT of all time is I ask people this. Fuck what a motherfucker's doing. I played ball. I ask motherfuckers, who would you rather play with? LeBron, Kobe, or Michael Jordan?
LeBron James.
And if you choose to play like with you, I want Michael Jordan. I want to play with Kobe. Then use a coattail riding motherfucker. Because LeBron going to pass that motherfucker to you. Make you feel like, motherfucker, you just win. In a crucial moment, I ain't got to be the motherfucker to take the last shot. I'll pass it to you. Kobe and Jordan, give me the ball and get the fuck out the way. I don't play with that's the kind of nigga I am. I don't play with nobody like that.
Alexis, who would you rather play with based on?
Maybe Michael Jordan. Yeah.
See, well, she's a
Michael
woman.
Jordan don't like.
She made Michael Jordan.
That don't have to do anything. Her being a woman don't have to do nothing with her.
Out of those two
Michael.
players that you got there, pick Michael Jordan's a billionaire. He owns the team.
That's not why. I just thought more so who I would want to learn from. I just feel like Michael Jordan is someone you could learn from.
I don't like Mike no more.
With Michael, she wasn't even born when Michael Jordan was raising hell.
It doesn't matter. That's why they have YouTube Live, Toomerstown.
Michael Jordan.
Yeah, man. So let's we talked about that shit quickly. Let me go through this Le'Veon Bell shit, man. As far as this brother goddamn essentially pissing on $14 million to say, well, I'm gonna get more money next year. That's essentially what he did, man. When he got them, he didn't show up yesterday. You essentially said, motherfucker, I'm not taking this $14 million, and I know these motherfuckers are going to try to make an example out of this boy, man, to prevent this shit. If they colluded against Colin Kaepernick, Stephen A. Smith said it today, and I've always said that. If you think you arrogant enough to turn down $14 million, whoever sign you next year, it might be $44. You'll never get your market value. We're not going to have every nigga telling us they going to do this. You can sit out and goddamn pass up $14 million. What you think about that?
They already franchise tagged him twice.
Yeah.
He didn't receive. See, the team has a choice. Do you franchise tag him, which means that you get paid, you get paid top pay according to the average of what all the top 5 running backs get paid.
That team
so that's they have a choice to give you 1 year, which is a franchise tag, or they can do the right thing for one of the best running backs that's playing since he's been out of college. Okay, Go ahead and give him a long-term deal like you did Gurley in St. Louis.
Yeah, well,
like you did other
he's
running
also
backs.
younger. So there was a time where goddamn Le'Veon Bell, and that's what we keep, I know what's going on. When it was time for Le'Veon Bell to get his Todd Gurley money, he's getting suspended for smoking dope.
Okay,
and that happened twice.
Did that stop his performance on the field?
No, it didn't.
Did that stop him from going to the Pro Bowl, being all pro?
Doing all that.
Did that stop him?
If I'm the owner
did that
of the
stop
team,
anything?
If I'm the owner of the team, it damn sure fuck with how I'm gonna goddamn trust you. What you do, nigga?
We don't know what we don't know what the owner of the team is doing. What are they doing?
He ain't getting drug tested. It's his team.
Either you with the owners or you're with the players. I'm with the players. I don't even like that word, owners.
Right. I hate it too, but they are the owners.
I'm with the players.
Yeah, but that I'm telling you, man, the trail. I'm telling you how they keep trying to humble niggas. They have no other choice. I remember the Trail Spreewell. This is after the motherfucker done choked the coach and did I don't know how much shit. They offered him $14 million. After he came back and that nigga took that contract down, talking about that's not enough to feed my family. Not only did Minnesota take the contract off, no other team signed this motherfucker. I give $14 million, you gonna say that? They ain't enough to feed my family? Well, try doing it off 14 cents, nigga. Because not another team in the NBA will touch you. That's what this nigga finna go through next year, man. I guarantee you it's going to be worth the Colin Kaepernick.
Well, you're going to be back on Toomerstown next year apologizing to Le'Veon Bell because he will be
no other owner. I'm just saying
running back next year.
They will not do it because if they allow him to do that, that means they got motherfuckers they putting on the franchise tag. So we ain't finna let this motherfucker goddamn just start. Okay, they see they can do this. Oh, bro, we finna stop you.
The player's value is
give a fuck who you play for next year, nigga. It'll be for $700,000.
Alexis, would you let anyone continue to pay you what they want instead of the market value that other people in your position, regardless of choice of work, get paid? No. Wouldn't you like to get paid according to your value? So if they're not doing that with you being cool, calm, and collective and being a good guy or a good woman, you have to make a statement, right? Sometimes you have to speak the language that people need to hear in order to get your ultimate result.
He is not in a position to do that.
Yes, he is.
Because none of these other players, not Todd Gurley, nobody you mentioned, ain't none of them been suspended for smoking dope. Twice. Not one. Twice. And they're going to miss 8 games for that. And they tried to give him his money. I'm telling you, they are using this motherfucker.
Did Le'Veon Bell date your ex-girlfriend, man? We need to stop this here.
I'm telling you, man, that's the way they look at it. That's the way they look at it.
Right.
Nigga, you said you getting suspended for dope and we ain't paying you but $200 and you want us to give you $40 million? What you gonna do with that?
He's a dummy. He's a dummy.
Yeah, what you gonna do with more money? You getting high and get suspended, and we ain't giving you but $20,000. What you gonna do with $40 million?
Yeah, but if his abilities say that he worth the money come next year, they might get.
They're also mental abilities, man. All these motherfuckers get money. Everybody don't get, man. I'm telling you, it ain't just him. Once you have been suspended,
do you know his numbers last year and the year before?
Maybe the dope.
All pro.
Maybe he was doing that off of dope. Now, if they start blood testing him before every goddamn game, maybe he won't be able to do this. It's going to be very difficult for this motherfucker to
Did you have a fight with this dude in high school, man? What's up with you and Le'Veon Bell?
I don't even know it. I'm just saying, man. As a black man, I'm talking about the system, the way they did Colin Kaepernick. I'm telling you, this system has got go. Le'Veon, I like him. I like the way he run it.
How can I tell?
The system is not going to let a brother do this without making an example out of him.
Change the system.
You got them fucking. They gonna change.
Who has the power? The power is within the product.
Right.
You got to understand, the players are, I said this on your show prior. I've been lucky. This is my 4th appearance on the Al Toomer show. Thank you for tuning in again. And I appreciate it's an honor to be sitting here chopping it up like a chef with you, my brother.
Yes.
And like I told you before, the product is the power. See, we've been grown, we've been taught and raised and programmed to be consumers instead of producers. But understand, we've had Black Wall Street in Oklahoma before they came in there and put guns to elderly people's head and blew their brains off and burned the whole city and the whole time. We had Rosewood, Florida. Okay, we had banks and schools and churches and different things. Okay, so it's not anything new to us. The thing about it is we have become so materialistic, and we have accepted this, oh, can't beat them, joining boss, and we have still been fetching water, okay, instead of realizing the power we have, which is we are the product, like I said before on your show.
Exactly. Yeah.
So
I like the way
so one more thing. Someone has to make an example. Someone has to be the one that says, you know what, I'll sacrifice money. I'll sacrifice time. I'll sacrifice fame. So the next generation of young brothers will not get franchise tagged. Once you've proven yourself, okay, then let's go ahead and pay this man, because the lifetime of a running back in the National Football League is short. So you have to capitalize on your potential, on your worth while it's there. Yeah. You think the owner of the team will sell the team, try to make a profit as soon as they get it? No. They'll keep the team for a while, let it increase. You know what the Dallas Cowboys are worth now? They weren't worth that with Jared James. Was an oil man coming from Arkansas, but go ahead.
I hear what you saying. But like I said, they make example of goddamn people like him to make sure you slow the tide. That's why Kaepernick, they might let him in 5 years from now when he about 40 if he want to play, but it won't be no time soon, because if you let this motherfucker get away with this, everybody else going to start doing it. That's all I'm saying. And if Le'Veon Hill, I'd rather be a martyr. If I was Kaepernick, I wouldn't want to play no more football. People love me. I ain't got to go out there and get brain damage playing this motherfucking game. I can goddamn do what goddamn.
How you feel about what he did as a black man, though? How you feel about it?
Kaepernick?
Maybe not the right... Maybe not right for a career move, but how you personally feel about it.
About what he did?
Yeah, him and the cat turning down the
I swear to God, man, I didn't know Kaepernick was black until they told me.
Yeah,
I saw that motherfucker play football for 3 or 4 years. Like, what last name is Kaepernick? I thought he was an Arab or something.
Right.
But as far as an African-American black man?
Yeah.
I mean, sometimes
I ask, white, black, or green. He did it for us. So let's say he did it for us. How you feel about it?
Can't nobody do shit for me as a black man. And I mean a jet black man, but another black man. I get tired of other motherfuckers goddamn speaking up for goddamn the black man cause.
Right.
Can't nobody do that but a black man.
Right.
Tired of being part of minorities. I'm talking about the black man, the motherfucker who really got fucked over in this country. What about me?
Right.
Ain't gonna be minorities and women and gays and all this shit. I ain't got no business being in the midst of that yet.
Right.
What about me as a black man who got fucked up? Where's my retribution? Like the Jews and everybody else get theirs. Where's mine as a black man, not a minority? That's where I'm at with that. I'm sorry you said that, son. I went off, but
no, that's all right.
Hot button question. Quickly, we gotta get out of here.
Because I don't care one way or another. You understand me? They get paid too good to complain. That's why I say he was bitching. You understand? Anybody complaining, making that kind of money, it's like you
say you talking Le'Veon?
All of them. They all entertainers. You understand me? They do what they told because they getting paid to do it. They ain't doing it for the love of the game. They doing it because they getting paid. And so, as far as them standing up or turning anything down, that don't mean nothing to me as an individual person. You understand? Because at the end of the day, they check still getting cashed. And the only reason the bosses and the owners is willing to pay that kind of money for them is because they gonna make back the money. You know, they gonna make them that money, and so we pay for them. You know, keep being a high jumping, spear chucking, 360 dunking. You get me? You keep doing that.
Well, we gotta wrap this up. But Alexis, tell us, you got a show this week. Quickly tell us.
Yeah, I know I didn't talk that much here, but if you want to hear more from me before, I'm doing a show this Saturday at 7 p.m. at Mingle's Tea Bar in Inglewood. It's the Express Yourself comedy show. So if you can look it up on Facebook or just like on Instagram somewhere, I'm sure you'll find it. We got a lot of funny people. It'll be a good time. Yeah.
Well, good to have you here once again. Eventually you're gonna be in there dominating shit. You sit back and look now, but you be able to get right in there. And my man Harold over there, man, tell us this.
Again, good H, but not the right one. You know what I'm talking about? It's the Howard.
Howard.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Those are all nice guys. All Harold's are all good guys. I don't mind the mix up.
All right, Howard.
There you go.
University. Go ahead.
University, exactly. Or Hughes.
Yeah. Tell us something about yourself, man, and where people can reach you if you want to do it that way.
You can hit that instant media blast if you're looking for some social media marketing, search engine optimization. I make business for businesses. It's a business-to-business deal. And if you're a business person and you're looking for some customers, that's how I make my living. And so
you the guy.
Yeah, I help you supply whatever need it is, and we use marketing tools and social media as a platform to get it.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
Great, man, beautiful. Mr. Clark, and then when will you be, back to the show and everything?
Well, On Purpose Politics will be airing in a couple of weeks, so please be on the lookout for On Purpose Politics. If you guys have missed Midterm Madness 2018, you can always You can always check that out again. I'm so proud to be associated with Morris Media, and I also would like to dedicate this show to the late great Johnny Morris.
Oh yeah, pioneer who put this thing together with his little baby girl.
To sit here.
Yeah. So there you have it, folks. Another episode of Toomer Sound. I'm your host, Al Toomer. I'd like to thank all my guests, Mr. Alexis, Howard University, and Eric Clark. Thank y'all for tuning in, and we'll see you next week.
Poetic